Welcome to Juju Football. This is Jusang. So it's that time of the season whereby remotes start changing hands from those that are into different kind of stories to those that are into the football story. So uh, we're starting off our channel with Premier League predictions. So let's get started. I'm gonna do the full table, so 20 predictions, and then I'll do uh, golden boot, the glove, and then the first manager to get relegated. So in the 20th position, I've gone with Sheffield United. So they've just gotten promoted, and I don't think they really have a lot to their team. They've sold some very important players, and so I just feel like they are in the Premier League for the money, and they're going to go back and maybe see how they can come back again. So they may be doing something like Norwich was doing, like, so come one season, go back, come back, something like that. They may try and do that. So that's 20th. 19th, I'll go for Wolves. So Wolves have just gotten a new manager, and it's our first game, like Manchester United, and wait, this team is going places this year. So Wolves, they have just gotten a new manager. They've gotten the Bournemouth manager, I think, Gary O'Neill. So I just feel like they have kind of lost the plot. Like, they're no longer a very tough team. They've gone through a number of managers now, and I feel like it's going to be too much, and the kind of football they play isn't like very attractive. So there's going to be the negative side of the fans, like energy from the fans is going to be low for Wolves, so that will impact their season a lot, and so I think they're going to get relegated. So they'll go 19th. 18th, I'll go Luton Town. So these guys have history, like in the Premier League. I don't really know much about them, but then um, I feel like it's going to be too much for them. Uh, well, on saying that, last season, uh, all the three, like, teams that came up stayed up, and different teams went down. So Luton is like one to watch out for, but I feel the league will be too strong for them, and they'll go back down. So those are the three that are going down. Sheffield United, Wolverhampton, and Luton Town. So 17th, I think Everton will miss out, like stay in the league by a tiny bit, and that has been their story, I think, for like past two seasons. They're just scraping, staying in the league, but they're a big team, and I think the manager is a good manager. Like, his style of football isn't like what's attractive nowadays, but then he'll get results, and he'll get results, yeah, with his style of football. I think what they're missing really is a goal scorer. If they can get one, then life would be much easier for them in the league. Calvin Lewin is he had like one season that was very good, but then now he's not. I don't know, maybe because of injury, but hopefully this season he can help them. So I think Everton will stay up. 16th, I've gone for Bournemouth. So they have to get a new manager. I don't know if they've gotten one yet. I think they'll stay up. I think if they get a manager that structures them well, then they'll manage to stay up. They have a very difficult, like, home pitch, like very small pitch, difficult to play there. So I think they'll have some good results at home. 15th, I'll go Crystal Palace. Mm, okay, so let's like go through these ones a bit quickly. There's nothing much to them until we get to some like teasers. So 14th, I'll go Nottingham Forest. I think they'll settle a bit this season and express themselves a bit more. 13th, West Ham. Yeah, I think they're going to make some good signings or some signings that will help them. They are linked to Harry Maguire. They're linked to um what's his name? Forgotten his name, but some player from Southampton, their captain. Um, so I think the West Ham will come 13th. 12th, Burnley. Burnley. So last season, Burnley just walked through their league, and Vincent Company has really been very impressive with the style of football that he has managed to implement at Burnley in a very short time. So this season, I think they'll be like in a way they're expected because people have watched them, the way they're trying to play and things like that. But I think they'll win a lot of games and they'll lose other games like yeah very get beaten very well in other games. But I think they'll have a good season and a very exciting season. Mm, so then 11th, I'll take Brentford. I think they have learned like how to get results, how to be very hard to beat. So I expect them to like uh, pick up results even at difficult grounds. At home, they're very hard to beat, even for top teams. So I think it will be the same. Maybe they'll not have Ivan Tony for the first half of the season. It may affect them a bit, but I think they'll pull through it. Mm, 10th, so top ten. Tottenham, Tottenham, Tottenham. That's if that this is if they stay with Hurricane. If they don't, I think it could like get lower than that. If they stay with Hurricane, I think they'll get like 10th. So they have a new manager. I think they're trying to like implement a new system, trying to see uh how best they can like get results with Hurricane. I think they're planning for Hurricane to still be at Tottenham this year. So if he's there, I think they'll get 10th. Because there's a lot of competition like with the top half of the table. 9th, I'll give it to Fulham. So Fulham, they've had I don't know, Mitrovic, I think, has left or something like that. There's some news about him wanting to go to Saudi Arabia. So if he has left, I think they'll need another striker. They have the young guy, but I think they'll need like a second striker. But then the way they play is very very attractive. They're a very hard team to beat at their home. Um, so I believe they'll get results. They'll get results, and I've given them 9th, 8th. Uh Chelsea, Chelsea. So so Chelsea don't have like European football or yeah they don't have they only have the domestic football and domestic cups. But I think oh so they'll have enough time like they'll have enough time during the week when other teams go off to European football to play. They'll have enough time like to practice like the new ways of Pochettino. So in a way, it would be logical that they get higher than 8th, but I just feel they're going to play very good. Like uh, the football is going to be much better, but the results aren't going to come easily like this season. Maybe next season it will be much better with the results. I think they have a problem with with the goalkeeper. So if they get another goalkeeper, yeah, they have Sanchez now, but I think he may be a backup to Kepa. So that's eighth. And then seventh, Aston Villa. Emery has done like very very well. Uh, so I think they're signing very well. They've signed some good players. So I believe this season, okay, they're in Europe. I felt if they weren't in Europe, they would even do better than than seventh. But because they're in Europe, that will take up. And if they get, or yeah, if they get another striker, that would be very very nice for them to like really compete. And Emery is a very like good manager, so watch out, like Europa League, watch out. Um, then sixth, I give it to Newcastle. So Newcastle got fourth last season, but this season, okay, I expected that the fact that that gotten like Champions League, they are going to really spend like more than they've spent, but they've not spent a lot. They've spent, but not really a lot. Like not the way maybe people would expect. So I feel like they're going to drop because they're also now in the Champions League. I feel like they're going to drop in the league a bit. So it's still like it's yeah, the owners are ambitious, but Newcastle as the team still feels like a vibes team. Like they just want the vibes. Like they're not yet serious about like where they are and what they want to do. The owners may be serious, but the rest of the team doesn't seem like as serious. So so I think sixth, yeah, I think they'll come around that. Brighton fifth. Brighton. So I don't know. I think everyone loves like the way Brighton play football. Uh, they are very very attractive team to watch. Like the way they play is just very nice, very very good on the eye. So I think they'll beat many teams, and I even think they'll get like results against like the top teams, the Arsenals, even us, even Manchester United, they could easily get results against us and the rest of the top teams. So I think they'll come fifth, and this season, fifth may get you Champions League. So yeah, Brighton may be in the Champions League next season. That's if the predictions come out as thought. Fourth, this is a shocker. So top four now. This one is going to shock you guys, but I think Arsenal come fourth. Huh? Arsenal come fourth. Um, why do I think Arsenal come fourth? Well, I think last season they had a very good season. They're playing very well now. Like the team had gelled like together. Like the past 2 3 seasons of Arteta, I think many Arsenal fans were like kind of confused what's going on. Like they're always finishing eighth, seventh, I don't know, positions like that. But then some would see like what he's doing. Like the people who would like you listen to them and they really tell you like yes, they you can see what the manager is trying to do, but the results aren't like coming out well yet. But last season, for those that didn't know like how they were playing before or what they were doing before, they got shocked. Like last season was a shock for them because I think how many, I don't know, they got like very many points like in the first games. Uh, so they were on a very good run. They were doing like that Man City Liverpool stuff that, that they do, get on 10 games winning streak, something like that. That's how they started the season. So it was very good last season. But I don't think they're going to have the same start, and um, expectations are going to be very high this season. They are in in the Premier League. Last season, by the way, they were in Europa. Yeah, last season they were in Europa, and then yeah, but they dropped out. So I think cause yes, they are in the Premier League and then the Champions League. Which one, like, what will Ateta decide? You see, last season the way it seemed like towards the end is he gave up on Europa League, he gave up on the FA, and he said, "Let me focus on the league and try and win the league," but he didn't. So I feel there's that like kind of mentality of letting go, like if things get hard, like choose what to go with. Well, sometimes it can work, like Mourinho did it with Manchester when we won the Europa League. Sometimes it doesn't work. So I think Arsenal, you guys are going to drop off this season. It's okay. Another thing is you've added players that are going to have a lot of pressure put on them. Havas, 60 million, like very, very too much money for him. Rice, 100. So in they like almost have to be starters, but do they make the team better, or do you lose something? And then you guys don't really have like a striker. Like Jesus is a good striker, but then seems like he's not going to be around for the beginning part of the season. And how long will he, like, what period will he be around? So there's some like few question marks. But I think you guys will come fourth. Third, Liverpool. So Liverpool have the Europa League. I think last season they were tired, like from the season before. If you guys remember, they almost won like a quadruple the season before. So I think they were tired from that. So last season, it's like they were chilling, but while playing for, I think, the first 3 quarters of the season. The last quarter of the season, they kind of became serious. We even kind of got scared, like, these guys may get top four, something like that. So that's the end of the season that they had. That's playing well and getting results. This season, I think they'll play better. They'll get results, but I don't think they'll win the league or anything like that. So I give them third. Champions League, I think they'll do well. Sorry, Europa League, I think they'll do well. I even feel they may win the Europa League. Second, shocker. Second, Manchester City. Hey. So second, I think Manchester City. Why do I think this? Okay. Logically, they should be winning the league again. But then what I feel they won't is they've done like they've achieved something great, like only Manchester United had achieved up to now. Then no team in the Premier League had ever won like four titles in a row. They may be the first. It's very, very, very possible. Like if you're betting person, that would be like the best. Like that would be like the obvious thing to bet on. But I just feel they'll not win. They'll like they are going to lower their standards a bit. Not that they want to, but because they've had a very great year, the next year will kind of be a level below. So that will give an opportunity to other teams like catch up or even do better. Yeah, so that's second. So obviously these guys are winning the Premier League 23-24. Yes. Why why do I think so? So hot takes. This hot take. Manchester United winning the Premier League. Well, like the manager we have, is like very very obsessed about winning. That's like one thing. Like he's very 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 obsessed. Secondly, I think we are going to surprise teams because the way we play is going to change. Like it's going to be different from the way we were playing last season, mainly because of the goalkeeper, and we're going to have like a striker, like a real striker, for at least hopefully most of the season. Because last season we didn't have a striker, like really all the season we didn't have a striker. So those are the main like two things, like three things, yeah. The manager, like he's very obsessive, like he wants to win, like it doesn't matter what game you're playing. I think even in, I don't know how he does it in training because one team has to beat the other. Maybe he's supporting the other team and that team has to win, something like that, but he's very obsessive about winning. Secondly, the goalkeeper, like it's a game changer, like the goalkeeper that we have now, Onana. um his distribution is very good. Players are told, I think Hoyland talked about it when in his interview when he was at Atlanta and they were playing Inter Milan. They told him don't press, like don't press the keeper. So that's the kind of keeper that we have, that the managers are going to tell the players don't press, like don't go for the keeper, let him have the ball. So he's like, managers now even fear him, like let him have the ball, let him do what he wants to do, then we see how we can press the players. So I think he's going to have a very big impact. And the fact that we've not yet like done it, like it's going to be new, it's going to catch many people off guard, like. So I believe we're going to win many games, yeah, and we're going to win the Premier League, yeah. So that's my prediction. So let's go through golden boots. Golden boots, Haaland. Yeah, man, that's like, okay. Let's do this. If Hurricane stays at Tottenham, it's Hurricane. If he leaves, Haaland. Golden glove. Golden glove. So I think we shall concede goals in many games. So Man United, no golden glove this season. Onana. I'd give it to either Alisson or Nick Pope. So I'll go Alisson. Because last season, I think Liverpool got 14 clean sheets. Something like that, I think. And yet they were poor most of the season. So this season, I think they're going to be good or better. I think Alisson will get the golden glove. What else? So last but not least, manager to get sacked fast is Gary O'Neill. So Wolves have just appointed Gary O'Neill. I just feel that one is just a feeling. Like maybe it's because I have Wolves going down, but I feel Gary O'Neill is going to get sacked fast. So yeah, those are my predictions. Please comment, share your predictions. Let's get ready for the season. All right, and subscribe.